What's going on, everyone? Don here, Adventures This Way. I did a pre-ride inspection the other day before I went and rode, and I noticed a few things. First thing was at a tie rod, the nut that holds the tie rod end was completely loose. Completely loose. So the cotter pin was the only thing that was holding it on. But then I also noticed that my front wheel bearings were pretty much done. I'll just walk you through the process just in case anyone has any issues or questions about it. It'll just be a quick thing, like not really show you how to do it or just show you what it looks like. You know what I mean? Like there's 100 friggin' videos on how to change something. But you know what? There's a lot of videos about axles, but not a lot about changing wheel bearings. It's pretty straightforward. Basically, if you've ever changed an axle, it's the same process, but you don't got to pull the axle all the way out. So you got to remove the axle nut. You got to remove the brake caliper. You got to disconnect the tie rod end from the knuckle. You got to disconnect the sway bar link. Take off the bolt for the lower ball joint. Knock it out of the way. Knock the control arm out of the way. And then the upper ball joint is a different connection. It's a different setup. It doesn't have the bottom one has a pinch bolt where it comes in and clamps it down. The upper one's a tapered shaft, so it fits in really tight, and they can be a little tricky to get off. And the thing you don't want to do is damage your boot or damage the ball joint itself. Some lubrication, anything like a PB blaster or anything like that will help get any corrosion stuff out of there. There she goes. See? It just needs to break free. That lubrication we put in there does the trick. Nice. Ta-da! Sometimes the easiest parts of a job can be the hardest. Like sometimes you gotta take like a tie rod end or something off and you can't get the cotter pin out. Like it's the simplest thing, yet it can be the most challenging. With this job, same thing happened on the other side. Trying to get this snap ring out of here, oh my God, it took me forever. Once you get it loose, piece of cake. And she comes right out. Comes right out. Oh, there. That's what holds the bearing in place. If you don't get that out, you ain't pressing it out, let me tell you. All right, so changing the front wheel bearings, it's pretty straightforward. The only thing you really need is the proper size tools, and you can use sockets. I have one socket that I'm using, and I'm also using some pieces from a ball joint removal kit that I have, because you need things to fit properly inside in order to get the wheel bearing out. All right, so now that I got the bearing almost all the way in, it just got to drive her home, take the socket off, use the old bearing so you know it'll fit perfectly, and we'll be able to get it back out without jamming it. Basically, you'll feel the bottom out. Yeah, that's it right there, buds. That's it, boys. So, how do you know it's in? Well, you can see on this end, you gotta make sure you got the groove where that snap ring goes. You can see the groove. You're good to go. Oh, it's getting busy out here. Nice and tight there now. No wobble. I can move that really easy in and out for her. She's mint. She's good to go. Renegade, Can Am 1000. They're high performance, but they're high maintenance. You know what I mean? Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one, eh? Cheers. That was friggin' epic, man. Epic. That was so fun. Couldn't see where I was going.